Our coach wrapped up practice just now for the week. How'd it go?
Well, enthusiastic about our football team. I think we made some adjustments, offense, defense, special teams, and we're going to see how it's worked here on Saturday. And so I'm excited about where we're at and time to play some football.
You mentioned special teams. What can you tell us about some of the changes you might have made?
Oh, just a little bit personnel-wise, a little bit of that 1-2, nothing too major you're going to see personally from that side of it. But I think we hopefully that we can execute that on game day.
How'd you make the week out physically, and how is Wes Scott looking?
Wes Scott, he'll be ready to play, so he's all good to go. And we're just going to, do a few more things there on defense, made a couple of adjustments there, and offensively do a couple of things there. And bottom line is execution. And I think our guys are excited to have an opportunity to go out and show how we can play football.
A lot of the players this week are talking about youth still. 6 games in, is that an excuse, and when does it get to the point where youth doesn't matter anymore?
Oh, it really doesn't matter. I mean, there's always going to be some things that happen as you go through a football game, and guys haven't played a whole lot of ball compared to one playing 6 games, one's played 20 games. There are some certain things that do occur when you have a full year of experience. You recognize things a lot bit quicker. But again, we're 6-7 games in the season, and so it's now time to have some people making some plays.
How'd John Lunsford look in practice?
Everything's looking pretty good. I mean, every game he always looks good in the pre-practice, does things in that way, and sometimes it's the hold, sometimes it's been a snap. But, again, he's still got to strike and got to hit it. And, again, I still have confidence in his ability to kick field goals when he's called upon to do it.
Josh was real poignant in the presser on Tuesday about challenging his team. What's that say about your senior captain quarterback to say that and kind of rally the troops?
Well, I mean, it's always we always talk about challenging each other, but the bottom line is you're going to go on the football field and you got to make plays and got to be very productive in doing that. And he has his way of being able to get a hold of the team and talk to them, and also by example. Again, he's played fairly well throughout the whole year. There's nothing really been totally terrible from his point of view. But again, we got to raise the level of play of our other guys on our football team, and I think he'll do that. I think our coaches will do that, and like I said, we're ready to play.
Couple more days removed from Tuesday and able to watch more tape. What concerns do you have about Monmouth that maybe you didn't have on Tuesday?
Oh, I think they're going to always have 1 or 2 little schemes that they do. They do that just about every ball game. As far as something offensively, they have a little scheme, and then defensively, just like most people, they end up having some type of certain blitz that maybe they have not shown all year long, and we just may have to make an adjustment at some point in time. But that's about the only thing. Not really a whole lot of concern. I'm just more talking about and concerned about us. But I feel like that we're going to be ready to play.
With DJ out, how did Dez and Todd look in practice this week?
Everything's smooth on those guys there. Obviously, they've had a whole lot of reps throughout the whole preseason and throughout the whole fall camp. Todd stepping up and getting more reps now. It's not too big of a deal as far as that goes. Obviously, DJ gives us a little more opportunity to have big plays as far as with his speed. But overall, we're going to feel good about Todd being able to play and be productive for us.
With Kyle Carrickton's absence, who's going to step in as that 4th or 5th receiver now if you need someone to be in there to make some plays?
Well, really, let's say the 4th. If you want to really look at Dante Shells, Damon King, those will be the 2 guys that get the majority of the reps.
Focus-wise, how focused have your guys been this week? A lot's riding on this first game for the Final 5 because losing another conference game is going to be tough sledding to get into the postseason. Have you seen a more focused group as you prepare for this game and be as prepared as possible so that way you can get your first conference win and get back on that winning streak?
Well, I think our guys are prepared. Again, there's definitely been great focus. We've had pretty good focus throughout the time we've been here. It's just now making sure at the beginning of the game, sometimes we are ready to play and be executing. We've always been ready to play. Execution hasn't been up to par the way it has been in some cases in the beginning of the game. But I think our guys are really in tune. Really talking a lot of football. They came up a little bit extra time and doing some things, but I think we're ready to play, and we'll find out here on Saturday.
How about the body clock, 1 o'clock kickoff? What have you gotten through the guys as far as preparing for Saturday?
Nothing. We don't get all caught up into that. Don't present something that's not really totally there. And, again, we just got to understand the games at a certain time. You just come out, wake up, eat, and ready to play.